speaker tonight, Miss Devin Jolly, who will be presenting us with a salute to the graduates. This will be the point in the night when emotions will run out of the roof. We're going to wish we were wearing waterproof mascara. Devin, the stage is yours.
Sean, so I hope you all see me over this. I'm kind of standing on my tippy toes, so. I just want to thank you all for being such a great audience tonight. I know it's really long, and I know you all just want to party, but before you all just break out on the dance floor, I have a few words of wisdom that I would like to pass on to you before we leave this place. So, we are the future leaders of our world. You've heard it 1,000 times, but it still holds true. In our lives, we've seen monumental changes: technology, racial equality, environmentalism. We are the ones who need to safeguard these changes and incite new ones. When we write our last exam and walk out those doors we walked in 3 years ago, we have a responsibility. If you go on to be a doctor, a mechanic, or a singer, you've got to be a positive part of your community. Because if we don't step up for our world, then who will? My dad once told me, there are two kinds of people in the world: net consumers of good and net producers of good. Net consumers take the good and prosperity around them, never giving anything in return. Net producers leave good for others wherever they go. The places they go and the people they meet are always left better than before. We've seen it in our own school, from under construction India and no bald heads. A few people with a good cause, with far-reaching effects that change lives. In the 5 people you meet in heaven, Mitch Albom writes, each affects the other, and the other affects the next. And the world is full of stories, but the stories are all one. We are all interconnected. Everything we do affects someone in one way or another, even if we don't know it. When you leave here today, who will you choose to be? A net consumer of good, or a net producer of good? Each one of us has had the special privilege of being part of Pearson's global community. We can go into the world confident with what we have learned as we work side by side with our peers from all walks of life. We have a unique perspective on our diverse world that we can't keep to ourselves. You all know Gandhi's immortal words: you must be the change you want to see in the world. They say the end is only the beginning, but the beginning can be scary. It means new and challenging things. It means change, but it also means growth. Gail Sheehy said, if we don't change, we don't grow. If we don't grow, we aren't really living. Life is about growth, waking up every day to experience something new, to learn a new word, to meet a new person. As scary as the future may be, we have to take the risk to achieve something greater for ourselves and grow into better people. Think back to all your beginnings. Your first day of school, your first class presentation, first time riding a bike or singing in public, your first dance competition, and your first A+. All those beginnings led you to your first day at Leslie Pearson, and all those first beginnings have led you here. If we had given up the moment we started, we wouldn't be the strong people we are today. It's 1968, Mexico City hosts the Olympics, and amongst all the victories, one story stands strong. The last man, with a dislocated bone in his leg, presses on to finish an already won race. Quote, out of the darkness he came. John Stephen Akwari of Tanzania entered at the far end of the stadium, pain hobbling his every step. His leg was bloody and bandaged. Mama Wold, silver medalist in the 10,000 meter, had finished over an hour earlier to capture the gold medal in the Olympic marathon. Only a few spectators remained, but the lone runner pressed on. As he limped across the finish line, the small crowd roared out its appreciation. Afterward, a reporter asked the runner why he had not retired from the race since he had no chance of winning. He seemed confused by the question. Finally, he answered, my country did not send me to Mexico City to start the race. They sent me to finish. When you walk out Pearson's doors, it'll seem easy just to stop working and sit down in life. But we've made it this far, so why stop now? Sure, we'll stumble along the way, but all we need to do is just put one foot in front of the other and keep moving forward. Have a good night, everyone.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we bring our program to a close. It was an honor hosting you all tonight, and we hope you enjoyed us as much as we enjoyed being up here.